What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Soda Stereo. Yes, indeed. How about that? Soda Stereo making their debut on the channel. This comes as a request from Carlos Ciaralta. And Carlos wanted to see me react to this song by Soda Stereo called No Existes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My Spanish is not good. I know it's not good. There is a very strong chance I probably butchered that. And if I did, I apologize. But that's, I think that's how it's pronounced. No Existes. I hope. Okay. Have I heard of this song before? No, I have not heard the song before. I have never really heard of Soda Stereo until I started the channel. Then I've seen a lot of comments saying that I need to check them out, but no one ever provided a link or no one ever provided a song. Carlos is really the only one that did. But everybody's like, you need to check out this band. You know, a lot of comments from South America and Latin America. They all wanted to see me, you know, check out Soda Stereo, but nobody would give me a link. Nobody would give me a song. So Carlos is the first one to do it. So there you go. So congratulations, Carlos. You're the first one. Have I heard the song? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, I've never heard the song before. However, there is always the chance I may have heard this song in passing, and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait, I know this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Diana Schmidt, and the video has 2.6 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. No Existes, Soda Stereo. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Little slower tempo.
Alguna vez fue que planeamos hacernos todo el daño de una vez, dictando una sentencia desafiante. No existes, no existes, no existes, no existes.
There's a couple of things I'm hearing that are interesting. I don't know if I like them or not. I don't hate them. I'm not loving them either. I don't know if I like them or not. I don't know. I have to hear it a little bit more. The guitar players, they're strumming the chord, right? They're sustaining the chord, and the keyboardist is playing the exact same chord. And the guitar players are taking their tremolo bar, their whammy bar, and they're pressing it down slightly, very steadily and lightly, just to kind of bring the chord down in pitch a little bit, while the keyboardist stays on. And that's intentional because they've done it every time. So it's creating a really interesting effect harmonically. It's creating a fall off on one instrument while the other instrument stays steady. It's unique. I don't think I've ever heard anybody do that before. Have I? It's hard to say. Nothing's coming to mind. I might have heard that done before in the past from someone else, but nothing's coming to mind. I think this might be the first time I've heard, a band do that before. Interesting. Really interesting. And then the vocal fall-offs are really nice. He'll sustain, and he sustains well, and then right toward the tail end, he falls off intentionally every time. I'm saying it's every time, and I'm saying it's intentional. Let me rephrase that. I'm saying it's intentional because it's happening every time he sustains. So, he's doing it for effect. That'd be my guess. So, nicely done. It creates a good effect. Vocals mimicking what the guitar's doing, or guitar mimicking what the vocals are doing, depending on how you're looking at it. Anyway, let's keep going here.
No existe la Polaroid sobre la silla,
Tail in there just a little bit.
un brillante truco de apariencias. Tu presencia es mi pesadilla.
A little bit there again.
No existes, no existes, no existes. Extraño tic nervioso, arrojo palabras, gestos contra la pared.
Oh, okay, double time. Good use of delay.
Golpeé las mismas caras una y otra vez. Temí por mi cerebro aprisionado en una trama vulgar. Quizás deba tomarme una revancha. Aún tenemos cuentas que saldar. Deslizaré mi puño por tu espalda. No existes, no existes, no existes, no existes.
It's interesting. They didn't go back down to the halftime for the chorus there. I'm assuming that's the chorus. It feels like the chorus. I was actually kind of expecting them to go back down into the straight time, but they stayed up in the double time feel the whole time, and it still works. It still works really well. Honestly, I feel like the chorus works better in the straight time as opposed to the double time feel that we're having right now. I feel like the chorus was more impactful. I feel like the chorus was more what's the word I'm looking for? Accessible, I guess is a good way to put it, when it was in the straight time. In the double time feel, it doesn't feel rushed. It feels like it's being carried along. It's like, okay, well, we're just going to breeze through it. You know what I mean? Where when they were doing it in straight time, it had more of an impact. It was more accessible. It was easier to hear. It was easier to listen to. So, I mean, it's not bad doing it in the double time. It's not bad. It's just, I feel like it was better when it was in the straight time. That's all. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go back down into straight time, but it's cool. It still works out fine. Let's keep going.
No existes, no existes, no existes. Como un extraño tic nervioso, arrojo palabras, gestos contra la pared. Pulso salvaje.
could have done without that. I could have done without that. And it wasn't needed. It didn't add anything. It could have just faded, but anyway, at least they kept it short. It wasn't displeasing. It wasn't, you know, offensive to the ears, but yeah, whatever. I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about this in the review. I'll see you there. Well, there you go, folks. That was Soda Stereo with No Existes. This was a request from Carlos Ciaralta. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, if I'm being completely honest here, which I always am, it was really good. It was really good. There were a lot of really good things happening in there. It kind of had kind of a fusion between like the new wave 80s music, like the new wave 80s rock, and 90s, like mid-90s, early to mid-90s grunge rock type of style. I was getting kind of shades of like the B-52s mixed with like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of Pearl Jam, maybe, maybe not Pearl Jam, maybe Nirvana. Nirvana and B-52s kind of mixing together a little bit. That the sound, the tones of Nirvana, not the style of playing, but the guitar tones and stuff like that, kind of like Nirvana, but stylistically kind of like the B-52s. It was kind of a marriage between the two. That's what it sounded like to me. Sounded interesting. They started out with that straight time feel. It sounded really good. I liked the chorus better in that straight time feel, if I'm being honest. But then they did kick into the double time feel, and the tempo came up. Not the tempo came up, the feel came up, and we started doing this. We started bouncing. We started getting that bounce type of a feel in it, right? So that's where I'm getting like the new wave 80s type of feel to it. So great feel from the song. Good execution. The vocals sounded really good. Nothing stuck out as sounding bad or sour. Good use of sustains. When he did sustains were good. They were really good. I mean, he sustained really well. He did the little fall-offs at the end. I mean, barely noticeable. When he would do like the long sustains, he would sustain, and right at the tail end, it would just come down ever so slightly a little bit. Now, was that intentional? I don't know if that was, because it was so slight. It was not profound or pronounced at all. I don't think it was hidden. I don't know if it was just something that happened that the producer or the engineer didn't catch, or if that was intentional. I don't know. It didn't sound bad. It was just I did pick up on it. The rest of the vocals, he did a lot of other fall-offs that were far more noticeable and far more profound, and I believe he was doing that for effect. So, great job on that. The use of the guitar, using that whammy bar to kind of press down and, you know, bring the pitch of the chord down as opposed to what the keyboard was doing. Interesting. He didn't do it so much. He didn't press it down so much that it was, you know, extremely noticeable and it sounded bad. If he had gone, you know, more, I think it would have started to sound bad, but he went just far enough to make it different and make it stand out. Not in an unpleasant way either. That's not easy to do. When you have a chord that is going against another chord, especially when we're talking about a semitone or two semitone difference, it usually won't sound all that great. But this, it was done in such a way, I think because it was going down because of the tremolo, it was glissandoing down instead of, you know, stepping down in integers. I think it made it more pleasing and it made it more acceptable. Now overall, this was really good. It had a really good feel, really good beat, good tempo. I like that riff that I started to hear towards the end. The 1 to the minor 3 to the minor 6 to the 5. And then we go back down to the root, up to the minor 3rd to the 4, back down to the minor 3rd to the 1. So, ba-da, ba-da. And then Bo, do, 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 bo, and then it would repeat. Interesting chord progression. I like the 1, the 3 to the 6 to the 5. I like that. That's always been one of my favorite progressions, especially when it's in a minor key. I've always loved that progression and that resolution to the 5, to the 6 to the 5. Very, very well done. No, this was really well done. I enjoyed it. Would I ever listen to this again? I wouldn't go looking for it. I wouldn't go searching for this. But if it came on, like if someone put it on, like we were touring or whatever, and somebody put it on in the bus or whatever, or played it in the hotel room or whatever, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't be like, oh God, not this. I wouldn't do that. I would enjoy it again. Absolutely. Not really my cup of tea as far as what I would go searching for, but this was not bad. I did enjoy this. Okay, I want to be very clear on that. I did enjoy the song. Just not something I would ever go looking for personally, but it was a well done song, really well done song. It was a really good job, and that is why it's getting to 7.4. So, 7.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.